And now we are having our second speaker, Janab Shamsuddin, Professor Shamsuddin sir. Is Assistant Professor, Department of French, New College, Chennai. And last time also, he was speaking in French, and many French words also we have learned from him. And many participants have come forward to learn French also. So, what is the impact of languages on children? No, let us listen from Janab Shamsuddin sir.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
So, Alhamdulillah, I thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala having given me this opportunity to come once again with this platform, which is a Saturday morning. First of all, I absolutely congratulate everyone, all the participants here, consistently coming here on Saturday morning and listening and warming up ourselves beginning of the day. And it's something quite not very easy at this time morning, 6 o'clock, 6:30. Yeah, so absolute congratulations to everyone. And I can see someone consistently coming, and every single amal that you do consistently, it is going to give a big reward. It has a big reward, maybe in the dunya affair and in the akhirah also. Amen. So now, since we are talking about language, we will just start about language, the influence of language in children. If you see the life history of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam also, see in those days in Arabia, when a child was born in Mecca, they were taking the children to a very village place where they will speak a very good, wonderful Arabic language, not the language which is spoken in Mecca, because in Mecca, it was like a business center. All over the world, people used to come do business, and but they used to take their children and till the age of 3 or 2, sometimes 4, 5. They keep them in a village where they speak beautiful Arabic language. So this itself tells us that the importance of language and how it really is so important for the very from the beginning of a human life, from childhood, from a first day one child, language matters. So that's the lifestyle the Arabs had. And another thing, when we are talking about language, you can see every prophet were given a miracle, and the miracle that our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is having is a Quran. And Allah said to the munafiq, to kafir, kuffar of that time, see, if you can bring one sentence like that you find in the Quran, bring one sentence. So what is this challenge? This challenge is about the language. Why? Because the Quraysh, the people of that time, the Arabians were so topmost in their language, in Arabic language. We have this lamma, fatta, kasra, or what we call it as jair, jabar, and all that. We, for our non-Arabs, we developed all these things, but for Arabs there was no lamma, fatta, kasra also was not there. And if you further go and listen, even the nukata, the dots with the bay has that one dot down, the noon has a dot in the center, the ta has two dots, even these dots were missing. So imagine their language proficiency. You just scribble, it looks like a scribbling for us, but they know what to read it as what. So that's the importance of Language is so very important. Yeah, that shapes. For now, language with children. How, when we talk about language with children, it's not just influence. Actually, it absolutely shapes them. It shapes their thought. It shapes their habitual thinking. Their complete, even their perception of life itself is based on the language they grow up with. Yeah, that's the importance of the language. So when we are looking into language, see, in Russian language, in English language, how can you express blue color? Anyone can tell me how many words are there to express color blue? We can say something is blue, then any other color to talk about the different shades of blue. maybe dark blue and a light blue. Yeah, but in Russian language there are at least six words to explain only blue color. Blue color, to explain blue, they have six words. Yeah. So when a Russian and an Englishman are asked to describe a blue color font, the Russian is able to give a very absolute description of the subject than an English speaker. Why? Because the Russian language has got so many words to explain the blue color. So the language affects a lot. In one experiment, I think there was some the videos of a car accident being shown, and after the car accident was shown, the question was, how what actually happened when the cars smashed into each other. So the cars smashed into each other. That was the question, and the participants were giving no, this broken windows, doors, window. But another group of participants were asked, what happened when the cars hit each other? So these two words, the one word is smashed with each other and hit into each with each other, like hit the group which heard the word. The question was, what happened when the cars hit each other? They were giving mild, it got a small dent, it broke, the light was broken. And but when the with the group which has were posed the question, what happened when the cars smashed into each other, they were like talking of smashed into each, even though they both group watched the same video. So what is this effect? Just the word smashed and hit made them think a huge difference in their thinking, in their watching, even though they were watching the videos. But the words has more power. But the questions, yeah, the word smashed, hit, put different things. And in one language, for example, French, English. See, in English language, we have two genders, masculine and feminine. Masculine and feminine. Is there any other gender in English language? Audience, please. Any other language? Am I right? Or is there anything more in English language? Yes. I would like the audience to say something, or any type. Is there anything more in English language or just two genders?
General, sir.
Genders are only two, or anything more? One more gender is there, or anybody answer? Dual. Okay, dual gender. Anything else? Dual. Masculine, feminine. Masculine, feminine. For example, the word lion, is it masculine or feminine? The word lion. I'm just saying lion. A tiger. Is that word, for example, say if I ask the word like grandfather, everybody will be able to say this is masculine. A grandmother, feminine. Uncle, masculine. Lion, it has no, it is masculine or feminine. The word lion, it has a masculine word or a feminine word. The lion,
Masculine.
masculine word. But lioness is a feminine word. Yeah, lion is a masculine word, lioness, feminine word. What happens when I say a table? When I say table, is it a masculine or feminine? So we are not able to. Is it? Does it belong to any gender, or it is? Uh, it has no gender. It has no gender. I think in English language, the word table. Well, I'm going to share my screen. 1 minute. So can I share my screen, sir?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir. 1 minute. Can you see my window?
Yes, sir. S-
So the word table, is this masculine? Is my font clear, sir? Should I?
Yes, yes.
Oh, look at the word table, chair. These are masculine or feminine. If I ask, you will be like wondering how come table is masculine or feminine. So we have uh, three genders in French. Three. What are they? We have a masculine one, we have a feminine one, and we have a neuter gender. We have a neuter gender, which is usually referred by he, she, or it. Neuter. It refers to the neuter gender in English language, but in French, everything is either masculine or feminine. For example, table is la table, chair will be la chaise, book will be le livre. Yeah, the apart hospital will be l'hôpital. Yeah. So if I want to write these in table is feminine. If you see this word la, it is feminine. If you see this word le, it is masculine. So by just by looking at la la, we will come to know whether the noun is masculine or feminine. So in all European languages, this gender, I think even in Urdu language or Hindi also, it is the same case, I suppose, sir. Am I right? In Hindi and Urdu also, all things are also masculine and feminine. We cannot say like ye mera table hai or meri something. It has some difference. Am I right, sir? Even in Indian languages, we do have
Yes, yes.
this
Mostly, mostly.
masculine, feminine. Yeah, some
Yes,
of them.
mostly.
So when there is a concept of masculine and feminine always attached to the nouns, and in a European is asked to in German language, for example, the word bridge is feminine. So when a German man is asked to describe bridge, he chooses all masculine adjectives. Whereas in another European language, bridge is feminine. When you're asked to describe bridge, he says bridge as a feminine adjectives, which are because the language has an influence on the very thinking, and especially in children. I will give you some one few experiments we will discuss. We may do it in the class. Let me stop. You may do it in the class and check it up with the children how it works, these experiments. Yeah, it will show you how language is absolutely affecting the children. For example, this was an experiment already done. Yeah, a teacher held a thin tall tumbler of water. Yeah, and another wide and short tumbler full of water, and she poured equal amount of water on both and asked the children which tumbler has more water. So everyone looked the thin tall one. They could only say tall water. This experiment is done with the children in grade 2, grade 3. Which tumbler has the more water? And everybody, generally they say the tall tumbler or the short tumbler, some students. But they were introduced only to two words, which were short and tall. Later, when they were taught many words like same, equal, even though, when in grade 4, 5, who knows these words, then when you ask those children which one has more water, then they started saying, even though same water, same amount of water, as you gave them more words, they are able to describe more clearly. Another child, the who never used to speak. The usually the teachers started, students also. Oh, it's a shy. They started using the word to identify the particular student. Oh, he's a shy student or she's a shy student. So the student got that word shy all the time. But when the teacher later changed the title, the label, like, she's not a shy student, you're not shy, you are thinking very well before speaking, she thinks a lot before speaking, she is very thoughtful student. Now when the label changed to shy to thoughtful, then everybody that very student herself or himself started, oh yeah, I think more, I think a lot, okay, I'm a thoughtful student. Then she started participating. So imagine just a shift in one word, shy, from shy to a thoughtful student or a serious. Then the student became very active, participating in all activities than what she or he used to be. So the words affect. In fact, in this experiment they write, the student herself once hey, I am shy. When in a classroom, when an introduction happened, she started saying, I am so and so, I am shy. Like she thought that everybody identifies me as a shy student, so she started identifying as shy. Only then the teacher changed the title word, the label as shy to a thoughtful student. She thinks a lot before. So this makes a very impressive, that molds the very character of the students. For example, the teacher, there was another experiment. The students were given, oh, you are a very smart student. Very good. Okay. The another student was said like, you're very hardworking. You try things very much. Very good. You try your best. And to these two students, one hard task was given. The student who was labeled smart, she hesitated a little bit to do that because she thought if she is going to fail in this, her title, that smart, would disappear. Whereas the other student who was given the title, you are hardworking, you try everything. That student started trying, working out how to get it because her mindset, oh, she learned that, oh, I'm a hardworking student. That label did a lot of work. Yeah. So this one, there is a study about Asian students and European students and African continent. This continental wise in international baccalaureate, students are divided into three continent wise: African, Asian, European, and Central African, Central American. Yeah, these are the continent wise syllabus, structure, exams. Everything happens based on this continent style. So in Asia, they always find there are a lot of negative statements being given in Asia. Then really full of Asia, I'm talking about. You're weak. You're very. You're very weak. You are a talkative student. You're not having leadership quality. So whenever you say negative things, that influences a lot. Yeah, and especially with children, they tend to with elders it affects, but with children it completely takes the very it molds them. It absolutely molds them into believing that word. They started reflecting on it, and they start reflecting and following the same character. Imagine, yeah, imagine a student which is labeled like, oh, not good, a very bad talkative in the school for 6 years, from 6th standard to 12th standard. Imagine what would happen to the child when it comes to 12th standard, yeah, or goes to college. For 6 years, being given the title like talkative, not attentive in the class, what would happen? It will have a huge negative effect. So the words which we as teachers use, actually, I concentrated more on the classroom situation than to talk about the individual effect. Inshallah, we will talk. I have a complete different perspective to talk about individually how words are going to reveal the effect of words. We can see practically with the students, yeah, with the children, not just students, with the children, how it is going to a lot of experiments. But in a classroom situation, as teachers, we have to be absolutely cautious about the negative words that we would be able to think. Yeah, we should be very absolutely careful with using negative words. And psychologically speaking also, if you anybody gives the two commands, do not jump over this, or just walk around it, these two sentences, walk around it, a positive one, that also stops somebody from crossing that particular object. Do not jump over it. If you say do not jump, usually See, the brain cannot take negative commands. Brain can take only positive commands. Yeah, whatever. Do not jump. You will find people, many people tempted to jump, or many will jump over it. Yeah. See, if you want some experiment, you may do it in the classroom. Just tell the students, give them 2 3 minutes, and tell them. For example, you can use examples like
Your voice not
as
coming.
many. Sir,
Yes, no,
is it
no
clear?
coming. No coming. Yes.
Yeah, no. So I just give an activity. You ask the students in 2 3 minutes. Give them 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Now I'm going to tell you. Write as many words as possible to describe a paper clip or a pencil or any of the objects. Give the assignment to students. Give them 2 3 minutes, and collect the answers. Look what they have written. Or you may even make the students as a group, 2 or 3 students, and give them this task. Tell them, write as many adjectives as possible for this pencil, rubber, or whatever, and collect their responses, and look into that. And you immediately classify them. Top, these are the high. You just choose the number of students, whoever, whichever group has written a lot of words. Tell them, give them marks percentage. This is meritorious, this is one. Give them top grade, middle range, low band students. Then you give a little uh, easy task, easy task than this one. You will find the students, the group you graded as top number one, or they are very fast in doing it. Even though that's an easy task, the group which you said low band, oh, you are yet to work, you have to get, they will hesitate to do, even though the task is very simple. Why? Because we have set something in their mind. Oh, this is less. We are not. So this words, languages mean a lot. For example, I may ask a question. What is the difference between the two sentences? The glass got broken, and I broke the glass. Can anyone please prompt me, like, what would be the difference between these two sentences? The glass got broken, I broke the glass. In the sentence, the glass got broken and I broke the glass. You can see these are the languages, two languages. In French, usually in European languages, when something is broken, they always use the sentence, the glass got broken. So you can see they are not attaching any individual. They are not finding the cause. Who broke it? There is no question. There is no answer for this sentence. Who broke it? They don't individually take it attached. But in English language, you see the construction is usually I broke the glass. That attaches a person, a cause. Yeah, it is always attached with a reason. Let me go deep, but inshallah, in future we'll discuss only about these subject pronouns and how they work with the mindset. So I broke the glass got broken. Two different normal sentences, but they reveal a lot thoughtfully. Like this one takes responsibility, which the sentence I broke the glass, whereas the glass got broken. So when you deal with people, when you start students, when you ask them what happened, how, what is this? Sir, ma'am, it was broken. It was broken. So, sorry, somebody pushed it, so it fell down and broke, and I broke it. So, a lot of sentences that reveal how the student or the person looks at it at the first time, whatever the statement is given. So, language does mean a lot, and it does reveal. Language builds the thought of children, the way, the perception of how they perceive the world, and it has a lot of influence, a lot of experience has been done. Inshallah, we will come. I will, if given, if there is another chance, we will another session. Will come with the little more experiments with the languages. Especially, I can compare only with the French and English, and we will do some comparative experiments, and we will show how languages and it affects children or generally all human beings in general. And I think I would like to wind up. I hope I did share. We did have share a little something about languages and how it influences. And as the time is limited, I would like to thank everyone and wind up here. Jazakallah, merci beaucoup, à la prochaine. See you in the future. Jazakallah, sir.
Thank you very much. Shamsuddin Sab has brought a excellent presentation. What is the impact of language on children and on us also, on everyone? So, how a word, a simple word, shy, if we label it to anyone, how it will change the thought and thought process of the child. So, with excellent examples, Shamsuddin Sahab has given all this presentation, very useful one, particularly for teachers. They can be, they will be careful enough to use the right word for the right group of peoples and right childrens, and it will help a lot for them. So we are very, very thankful to Shamsuddin Sahab with this. It needs a lot of preparation also. This is not a subject which can be told as such. So Sar has taken efforts and has gathered material, and it is a very practical one also. Immediately it will be of use to us. So thank you very much. With this, this program comes to an end. Again, tomorrow morning, 6:30, we'll be meeting to listen to two more speakers. Thank you. With this, the program ends.
Jazakallah, sir. Assalamu alaikum.